survivors, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something I know we're all excited about, the upcoming Lost Island DLC from Ark. It will be official servers. It launches December the 14th, free on all platforms. We do have a good bit of confirmed information on this DLC, so let's dive right in. Alright, so the first thing we got to know about this map is it is massive. Completely massive. The biggest Ark map, official anyway, to date. 150 square kilometers. Just for some reference, the original The Island map was around 45 square kilometers. So we're over 3 times the size of the original map. It currently has 13 already confirmed biomes. Those biomes currently include winter biome, steppe, volcano, swampy jungle, mangrove swamps, classic jungle, sequoias, desert, aberration biome, tropical jungle, ocean biomes, volcanic biome, coral reef, and deep ravine biome. There's also rumored to be multiple caves, and they will be buildable. There will also be 3 new unique tameable dinosaurs added for this DLC. We'll cover them later in depth. I do want to take a minute to talk about this little area of the map right here. If you look at this landmass, it is separated from the main landmass by about a kilometer at its closest distance, sometimes over. I don't think we've ever seen that before in Ark, at least not on any official maps, and so this should make for some pretty unique naval ocean combat. I also want to look at these 2 areas. If you notice these little black areas intertwined inside the other biome, and if you know anything about Ark maps, they typically denote the biome by the color. I just find it odd that they have these areas of intermittent black streaks, and I'm kind of curious what that could be. If you look, you can see it in some other places, but I circled the 2 biggest spots. Put your thoughts in the comments on what you think this could be, what type of biome change this could indicate. Alright, boys and girls, so the real reason you're here, the new tames. First on the list is the Amargasaurus. So this dinosaur is going to have not only some good utility, but it's also going to be good for PvP. Essentially, it is a sauropod. It is aggressive. It will attack on sight. Once domesticated, its spines apparently store thermal energy, either extreme heat or extreme cold. And then it appears that you can launch them at other players, either freezing them or putting like a DOT burn effect on them. Utility-wise, it catalyzes sap. If you pull the spines early, before they have thermal storage, they become erratic, and you can use them to catalyze sap. Basically, it makes the sap produce faster, is kind of my understanding. And another key feature is apparently its spine damage, whether heat or cold, is anti-armor. So it affects complex armor more than it affects simple armor. So essentially, if someone has tech armor and you hit them with this and it's Mastercraft or whatever, you're going to get more of a bang for your buck than if you're blasting someone with linen armor. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Sonoma Crops, and to be honest, it's probably the one that I am most excited for. It is a passive tame, so it's essentially the whole mechanic of get close enough without spooking it, feed it repeatedly until it tames. A couple side notes. You cannot wear chitin armor and tame this creature. It becomes enraged at the sight of chitin armor. Another really cool feature is once it's tamed, it essentially acts as a backpack. And it has a weight reduction feature for anything you put in the backpack. It also operates as a glider. Something I have not seen is whether or not you can have this creature on your back while you're riding or while you're mounted. And so essentially, if you could, it would almost eliminate the need for parachutes. You strap one of these on your back and you hop on your flyer for some PvP, and in the event you get picked and dropped, you just glide away to safety. Another really cool feature is smaller creatures, and it's designed typically around the whole insect feature, but smaller creatures, when they get close to you, and you can set it up like a turret. The Sinocrops will spread its wings, and if you look at the wings, it appears that it has 2 eyeballs. You know, in nature, it's designed to make it look larger than it is, and it will scare off smaller creatures, which would be really good if you're, gathering in an area that's got a lot of very small, annoying creatures that constantly make you stop and fight them. I'm really curious if it is going to be able to scare away giant worker bees or not. If so, taking this somewhere like Crystal Isles and going into the Bee Cave. That would just be super, super OP. But this is the one that I'm most excited about. Probably the one that I'll knock out first. Last but not least is the Dinopithecus. This tame is definitely going to be a must-have for any true PvPer. In the wild, they will gather around an alpha, and killing it first is the key to defeating the troop or taming one of the pack. They do not require a saddle to mount, and they have the ability to climb sheer cliffs or walls. They can throw balls of their feces, and it fully disables tech gear. It has been confirmed this will not work on structures, so your tech jennies are safe for now. You can combine their poop with a basic grenade, and while they haven't specified why you would do this, it seems to me that it would either deal some type of extra damage, or that the Dinopithecus can throw the grenade further than a human character can. The devs have also confirmed that the rear section of the Dinopithecus is a color region, so mutations are possible. I look forward to seeing your rainbow baboon butts on the battlefield. Another really interesting feature is if you tame multiple of these and you start your own pack, your highest level will become your alpha. And essentially you will have some level of direct control over your additional Dinopithecus while riding your alpha. They referenced a buff in the context of some type of yell or scream, and I imagine you'll be able to set them to like attack the same target as the alpha, and they'll, I would imagine, get some type of buff, whether it be health or damage resistance or something. So having a pack of these in PvP, you know, with the walls and everything else, it's just going to be super, super OP. To me, the most compelling thing about this specific tame is the ability to climb cliff walls. That, coupled with some type of damage resistance, you know, high health, able to run turrets. You know, essentially now the meta is kind of everybody knows what lane you're going to be coming from, and you can run the turrets if you got the good flak and the right gear, but they know where to focus that. If this tame is able to run turrets from awkward angles, up walls, up cliffs, where, you know, because the meta's been this way for so long, people don't anticipate it, it's going to make for some unique PvP situations. I'm really interested to see how this develops. One thing I do want to cover before we wrap this up is, although Wildcard has not confirmed this, historically when a new map is added to official, there is a period where only naked players can be transferred on. And so that way the whole map isn't spammed 1 hour into release. Usually after a few weeks this is lifted. You can still transfer off of the new servers, so if there's, you know, you only want to go tame one of these new 3 tames and then send it to your home base and never touch the new map again, you'll be able to do that. But you don't have to worry about these mega tribes coming in with 1,000 prefab structures and just blasting the whole map immediately. That just about covers everything. Leave a comment. Let me know which dino you'll be taming first, or what you're most excited about. And I'm really interested on your guys' take on the map and what you think about that kilometer of open water. Also, this is a new channel, guys, so if you like the content, please drop a like and a sub. It really helps out content creators. There's a sub threshold to be able to monetize any of your content. So, you know, dropping those subs, it does a lot for us, and I appreciate it. Until next time, survivors,